Hello Gemini and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading for the week ahead for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Gemini. Let's see what we have for you for the week ahead. I'm doing something different this week. We're going to look at the week ahead, your next 7 days tarot reading. So let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Geminis? Thank you, angel, spirits, guides for the week ahead. Next 7 days. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands, can be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, male or female, or the energy of the card. Somebody who's generally go-getting, driven, assertive, confident, charismatic, natural leader. Could also be the energy that you are adopting, male or female. We have the Seven of Swords. That's Thursday, so we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The Two of Pentacles, Friday. Five of Cups, Saturday. And we have the Devil, Sunday. The cards are pretty much showing here, Gemini, that there's something that I don't think that you're falling for this week. The cards are pretty much, telling a story. I'll go through the days day by day, and it can be in different life areas. But for some of you, as an energy that I'm getting, there's something that you're not falling for. I feel that there is a person or a situation that you don't trust. The Page of Cups can be a message from the heart. You could look at that to do with people who are connected, soul connections, whether it's friendships, family, can be work, community, social, however that would manifest for you. Can be love as well with the Page of Cups. This feels like there's a message here coming in. So it might well be giving you something to think about here, Gemini. Now, I also want to say the Page of Cups can be a focus on a younger person. So there could well be something to do with a younger person here that you're focused on. Generally, somebody who is connected to our heart in some way, can be a child or, again, somebody who is younger to you. This is the energy at play here, Gemini. I also want to say there's sometimes an element of the unexpected when this message comes in. So this might well be something that you don't expect to happen. You might not expect to hear from a person or for someone to behave in the way that they're behaving here. A peaceful, caring, loving offer or a loving message. You don't expect it, whether they've not been in your life for a period of time or whether you don't expect this approach from that person. So the same thing applies here. I feel that there's a level of the unexpected with this. But like I said, can also be linked with a younger person or individual. The Five of Wands is conflict. It can be inner conflict, but it can also be about fallouts, disagreements, conflict going round and round and round and round and round in circles with sometimes no hope of ending. So this could well be with the Page of Cups here. It can be a desire to end a feud or a fallout or a disagreement, or someone's reaching out because of that. So this can be that scenario on that basis, but we can also have inner conflict with the Five of Wands as well. I also want to say in other life areas, the Five of Wands can be being open to be in conflict. We can compete for things. For those of you who aren't happy in your current circumstances, you might be competing for something here, competing to win. Could be in business, career, financial areas even. But we're in it to win it with the Five of Wands here. So This can be conflict of other kinds, when we pit ourselves against other people and we're in it to win it. It can be a competitive thing. The Queen of Wands can be a natural leader. So for those of you who are competing for something from the Queen of Wands can hold opportunity. This would be really favourable for you here, Gemini. So this can be very positive in terms of a leader in business, somebody who might offer you something. This would be very positive for you in terms of Wednesday. For others of you, it can represent a conflict, and it might well be around this Queen of Wands energy, male or female. Could be a fire sign or somebody who manifests as a fire sign, somebody who is go-getting. They go for what they want. They try to make what they want happen. They are very confident and driven people. So this might well be someone reaching out. You might have fallen out with them. There may well have been a fundamental issue between you. This might well be someone trying to resolve a conflict of some kind. So the Seven of Swords. Sometimes we keep our cards close to our chest. We do what's right for us. There may well be a need here. Those of you who are competing for something and you're doing it quietly, it's because it serves you. You know, that's the energy here with the Seven of Swords. It works for you. We don't tell our current, maybe workplace, for example, what you're doing. So we keep our cards close to our chest. This works for you. But the Seven of Swords can also be when you're dealing with some kind of deception. I feel for a lot of you here that if the fallout was to do with someone deceiving you, lying to you, it can be linked with betrayal, stealing, lies. It can also represent, with the cards on the table here, Gemini, someone you don't trust them, whatever face they're putting on with the face that they're putting on to you. You don't trust their hidden motivations and intentions, because it might well be that you've already, again, the Five of Wands represents a sense of you've already, been maybe betrayed or let down by this person before, or deceived by this person before. So there's a lack of trust. Whether it's, and this can be a business thing, but it can also be to do with personal relationships, connections as well. It's just that sense of someone reaching out, wanting to smooth things over, wanting to reconnect with you in some way, wanting to resolve conflicts and arguments, you understand. So this just feels that sense of you might not trust them. So the Seven of Swords can work for you in terms of doing what you need to do and keeping your cards close to your chest. But there could also be a level of distrust, because you might have been burned by somebody already, literally, with the Queen of Wands being a fire sign. So this is that scenario here of whatever this message is, and I feel for a lot of you it's unexpected, and you didn't expect this person to behave this way or say this or reach out even. There's a lack of trust is what I'm seeing here. So the Two of Pentacles, can be, certainly for those of you who are looking to move from A to B, for looking to let go of something to move towards something else, but you're waiting to get things lined up for you. It just feels that sense of you're adapting and responding to your circumstances, but you are bringing in the change. So for those of you who don't trust maybe a leader in business and you want to move away from it, or you're competing for something with that Queen of Wands and keeping your cards close to your chest, and you're setting things in motion to move from A to, to let go of something, to move towards something else, it's happening for you. This is when you're just adapting and responding and making it happen, and it can sometimes feel overwhelming, but you've got everything that you need. This person juggles and dances at the same time, and they're not dropping anything. And that's what we can deal with for a short period of time. So this is what I see for you here, Gemini. It might well be here that you're just feeling that you've got a lot on your plate as you're trying to let go of something to move towards something else. This is that scenario here. Now, Two of Pentacles can also be very powerful to do with choices and maybe what you value, what's stable and secure. And again, with this kind of energy, do I trust it? Is this something for me? Do I give a second chance or not? So it might well be here or it can be to do with money. This is that scenario here of there could well be some clear choice to make and decision. But we're kind of toing and froing on that. We're still undecided is what I'm seeing for you. The energy of the Five of Cups is someone can be regretting what happened, mourning something that's gone, or regretting their actions. Again, it can be linked with what we've been talking about, and hoping all is not lost to rectify things with you. So this is that scenario here, Gemini, where you might be dealing with somebody who is regretful, who is reaching out, hoping that all is not lost to move on from what happened and reconnect you in some way. This can be that scenario here. Right next to the Devil energy, it can be about being tempted back into something that might not be for your highest good. Because the Devil's true to itself, Devil never changes. It can be lower vibrational energy, whether it's a behavioral pattern, someone doing what they want to do, trying to tempt you back to connect with them, whatever format that relationship takes, trying to smooth things over with you. I sometimes describe the Devil can be a boss from hell, or neighbor from hell, landlord from hell. It can be a relationship that's unhealthy, but there's always things that keep us within the Devil's power, So this is that scenario here where there could well be someone who is regretting what happened and trying to either get you to stay or tempt you back into something. Can be a scenario. Now, the Devil can be to do with addictions, vices, physical desire, passion, but knowing it's not for our highest good, controlling behavior, obsessive behavior, jealous behavior, undermining behavior, critical behavior. You understand what I'm saying. It's a behavioral pattern that doesn't serve your highest good, but there's always something that's that the Devil plays on a weakness of some kind. I feel for a lot of you here, Gemini, it's about figuring out whether you can move on from whatever's happened and stay within an environment or with a person or reconnect to somebody. You'd known their traits before. This is that scenario here. This can be sometimes accepting that it's not working for you, accepting that we need to let go of something that's not for our highest good in order to move towards the 2 cups that are full. There are 3 cups empty on the ground, and sometimes this can also be from our side, whether you can move on from whatever happened or whether you're accepting that it's just not working for you anymore. And it can be sad with the 5 of Cups, but it can sometimes be for our highest good as well. So this is the energy here. It feels like you're tempted into doing something, but you also have a choice and a decision to make in terms of whether you, fully knowing what it is, fully being very clear in terms of what you're dealing with, whether you trust it, whether it's for you, or whether you're letting go of it or not. Whether you can get past what happened or not is the fundamental energy. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Geminis? Thank you. Message from Spirit for Gemini for the week ahead. So your message from Spirit, we have find your center. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so stressful and hectic that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? So let me read that again. The light was kind of catching the card. So we have your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? So this is about finding your center within and not being pulled into something that, you might not want to be pulled into. I certainly feel for a lot of you here that there is some kind of unexpected message at the start of the week. But then it has a kind of effect throughout the week in terms of which way you go here, Gemini, whether you want to say yes to it or whether you want to move in a different direction. this is that scenario for you. What do we have for Gemini? Thank you. Spirit Animal Oracle Message. We have Pronghorn, action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. I feel that you know what's right for you here, Gemini, in this scenario. You know which way you need to go. I feel for a lot of you here that there is a strong sense of, deep down, I know what I need to do from your point of view in what's right for you. And that's what you're following through on here. And it can sometimes represent, keeping your cards close to your chest. You know better, is a strong energy here. Not being pulled into something that you don't want to be pulled into. This is that sense of finding your center and not being pulled off course in any way, shape or form. It's a strong energy. It's a strength energy as well with find your center. Gemini, that's what I have for you for the week. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful week. I will see you next time.